How's the new setup looking? I got a new setup. We're moving in. What is this, like the third, fourth month of me moving in? Those, well, we pointed it right. Those who don't, those who know, go to anime. Get us a little bit of the setup right now. Still a lot to come, you know. But I figured I should start recording stuff already since I already got the whole setup. I don't know if this looks better with the lighting, without the lighting. It actually looks better with the lighting, I think. UFOs. I don't want to sound crazy here. Bro, but I swear, like, we just moved into this place, right? And there's like a fire, and I'm a little under the weather, so if I sound like shit, I'm sorry. We have like a fireplace in the back, right, where we could do like fires or whatever, bonfires, whatever you want to call it. And I'm looking at the sky, right? Long story short, I'm looking at the sky, right? And I'm seeing like 8 little lights, right? Just 8 little lights, like light bulbs or whatever you want to call them, like just lights, just orbs, if you will, in the sky. I'm seeing them. I'm like, okay, I'm not paying too much attention. It might be a jet, it might be a plane, whatever, right? I'm not gonna look too hard. But I kept peeking at it because it was a little interesting. Kept looking at it, and it looked like it was almost translucent, and it looked like a triangle, like a Dorito. And the harder I looked, I was trying to, tell myself, like, am I tripping? Am I tripping right now? Am I looking at what I'm looking at right now? Like, what am I looking at? So I look a little harder, and I low-key I scream. I'm like, cause I told my brothers, I'm like, yo, what the fuck is that, bro? Like, what is that? Like, that is not, like, I'm not tripping now. It's huge. It's pretty big. Like, I was looking at a plane, and I looked at it, and I was like, yeah, that's not a plane. That's something huge. But it was in the shape of like a triangle, and it was translucent to the point where like you wouldn't know you were looking at it unless you really, really, really stared at it. Like you really would have to lock in, and it took me like 2 or 3 minutes to really be like, what the fuck? Oh shit, that's something moving. But I didn't get a picture. I didn't get a video. I was too like in the moment. I'm gonna be honest. I was just like, I didn't take my eyes off of it the whole time because I'm like, wow, this looks insane. But yeah, it was fucking nuts, bro. Like I already believed in, what I'm saying, extraterrestrials and aliens. I'm gonna use conspiracy theory guy, but like that shit was nuts, bro. It was almost like something I wasn't supposed to see. You know what I'm saying? So I stood out there probably like 30 more minutes after that happened, after we couldn't see anymore. I probably stood out there 30 more minutes trying to catch it, and I could not catch it. And obviously I probably wasn't gonna catch it, but I was just like, damn, bro, I'm gonna go drive to go find that shit. But yeah, it was nuts. And then about 2 weeks later, we got the UFO Files that dropped, which is fucking crazier. So we're gonna go over that today. I want to see what they dropped. I did skim a little bit. I seen a little bit of the files, but I haven't really sat down or really locked in. Obviously, there's so many files that we're not gonna be able to go through them in this video. There's probably I think there's like 180 files they dropped, and I think these files already been existing for a while, but. I mean, I'm not huge. I'm not like a huge, tinfoil hat kind of person. But like, I definitely, I seen some shit, bro. I seen some shit. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. You don't gotta believe me. But I seen a black triangle. It was translucent. Also, it looked like a piece of the sky was moving. Like I wasn't supposed to see it. And it was 8 orbs. It was 8 orbs at the bottom of it. Like it was just nuts, bro. Take that for what you will. If you believe in it, and if you see something similar, I guess they're real, and I guess we about to find out some more info. I honestly feel like it's pretty widely known that UFOs exist, or just just other life. You know what I'm saying? Like just other life exists, bro. Whether you don't think it exists, whether you think those people is crazy, real life on other planets exists. Period. It's impossible. It's impossible that we're the only people on this planet. It's freaking impossible, bro. We are an anomaly. But I feel like this isn't getting the amount of attention it should be getting. Let me make sure the mic is where it needs to be. I feel like it's not getting the attention it should be getting. Like this is a pretty big deal. Now it's not. I believe it's not them. I haven't completely read it, but I believe it's not them straight up coming out that saying aliens are real, but they're dropping the information that they've gotten through the years of. Whether it be famous sightings, hoaxes, whatever it may be, it's just acknowledging that, like, they know that it exists, they know that it happened, they have the reports, they have the, whatever you want to call it, they got the people, the witnesses, the people that seen it, and they have all the information on them, and the files and all that kind of shit. So let me dig through this, and let me see what I can find. Even starting off here, looks like we have a couple images. Let me figure out how to zoom in for y'all real quick. Figured it out. I never zoom into nothing, so. That looks weird in itself, though. Can I... Let me see something. What the hell? Looks weird. Yeah, that's definitely a different kind of shape, bro. That's not even like a, you know, like a flying saucer, or it doesn't even look like a plane either. It's like it's got weird edges, and it's not even like asymmetrical. It's not like even or anything. It looks weird. Crazy. Now a lot of the files do like this. You know, I've seen a couple of them where it's just like the dots and stuff that we can't really see too much happening here. We have these that obviously don't look like planes because they're circles. I mean, planes, you know, planes are planes. Some more here. Right, plane looks more like this, and this dot is whatever strange shit's going on. Infrared still image captures unidentified objects over western United States in September 2025. Same things. Okay. This is pretty interesting. So, actual site photo with FBI lab rendered graphic overlay depicting collaborating eyewitness reports from September 23rd of an apparent ellipsoid, I hope I said that right, bronze metallic object materializing out of a bright light in the sky 130 to 190 feet in length and disappears instantaneously. Now, I seen them post this on Instagram, or I seen a post on Instagram or something, and everybody is saying that the shit is fake. Y'all, this is a graphic mock-up. This is not an actual photo of what the shit is supposed to look like, bro. This is not real life. This is like they created this shit to kind of like give you the idea of what they're referring to or what people were referring to at the time. This is not the motherfucking picture. That shit is obviously not real. Like, oh my god, I just can't with people these days. But that's fucking nuts. I believe this refers to a sighting that went viral a while ago, and it's just weird that they address it here. Let me see if I can find it. So this was a sighting that happened at the O'Hare Airport in 2006. I'm pretty sure, for me at least, I feel like that mock-up that they were kind of showing does have some sort of relation or similarity to this kind of sighting. I believe the mock-up was talking about, you know, something materializing out of thin air. It could have been materializing or going away, whatever, you know, whatever they think was happening at the time, because, you know, we can't completely understand what was happening. But this situation, right? Witnesses described an object completely silent, 6 to 24 feet in diameter and dark gray in color. Several independent witnesses outside of the airport also saw the object. One described this shaped craft hovering on the airport, saying that it was obviously not a cloud. According to this witness, the object shot through the clouds at high velocity, leaving a clear blue hole in the cloud layer. The hole reportedly seems to close itself shortly afterward. At least 4 eyewitnesses accounts sightings don't agree on the shape, height, movement, time, or even the number of objects sighted. So, let's see. This was visible approximately 5 minutes and was seen close to by a dozen airline ranging with pilots, supervisors who heard chatter, radio, or still review it. So, I don't want to make this video 7 hours and kind of go over what I think is going on because I don't know shit. It's just fascinating to kind of think about it. I think these have similarities in a way that it's just gonna sound crazy even saying it, bro. But like, if a UFO were to be moving at speeds that we can't perceive or we can't understand, like time warping or fucking light speeds, it would be making this the same way that mock-up showed the fact that it was materializing. In this situation, it was almost dematerializing, or they're saying it shot up out the clouds and it closed immediately. Obviously, we know that's not how shit works. That's not how our planet works. So something there that, you know, was happening that we don't fully understand. It could have been the same scenario where it was dematerializing out of our, you know, perceivable, you know, what we could see type shit or understand at least. And it was just dematerializing as soon as they came out, or as soon as, you know, and noticed that eyewitnesses were kind of peeking at it, but. There's something with UFOs and like airports and like these places that aerial things happen, and that's like, I feel like where most of the sightings happen is like obviously in the sky, you know, with the UFO files going over, you know, people inside the planes and shit, seeing the aircrafts and stuff. But it's just kind of interesting that like airports and these places that we and humans create these machines to fly into the sky, and how we get around aerial wise is where we sometimes see the aliens the most, UFOs, whatever you want to call them. Let's just keep skimming through it. Like, I'm not going to go through all of them because I know I'm not going to have enough time. If you guys want to see more of it, please let me know. This is one of my first YouTube videos, so obviously it's not going to be perfect. And I'm stuttering a little bit because I'm a little fucking crazy. But just let me know if you want to see more of it. I love digging into this kind of shit. Or even if you have different kind of like, conspiracy shit, like let me know. I want to dig into it. I'm so interested when it comes to this kind of thing. I need to know about it. So just throw it my way. I'll look at the comments and I'll go over it. But if you want to see more of this, just let me know. Imagery from Apollo 17 mission to the moon. The yellow box contains an enlarged area of original photo in which 3 relights are visible above the lunar terrain. So this is interesting also. And something that my brother was saying, obviously, everybody's probably saying is what if all of this shit is fake? The files, people looking at the files, release the files, shot the files, all this shit is fake. Why would they fake? Like, what do they get out of faking a situation like this? Right? Like, even if, like, I feel like they went so far to create all of this shit, it wouldn't make sense for them to just know everything is fake. Like, I don't know what they get out of that. They're basically confirming extraterrestrial life. They're not saying that it exists, but they're dropping 170 files based on the existence of them. Or proof of the existence of them. I just don't see them faking this, because it's like, even if you fake it, now you're letting a lot of people know that they exist. And even if you're not faking it, this shit is real. So it's like, they exist. So you're kind of like saying they exist on both ends, but not saying it, verbally kind of type shit. So I don't know, even if all of this shit is fake, what do they get out of it? Because I'm going to take this as like, it's real. Whether it's fake or it's real, why would they come out here and just go ahead and drop a bunch of fake shit? It doesn't make any sense. I hope you guys know what I'm talking about, or I'm just yapping. But this is a pretty interesting image showing lights above the lunar landing. I think this was a drone that caught it, right? No, it doesn't specify. Apollo 17. No, it was a crew that boarded the moon at the time, in 1972. What it says on there, at least. And it's saying that there was 3 lights in the sky, which is pretty interesting shit. It looks almost like a triangle, right? I don't know. Like, me personally, like, when it comes to unidentified objects, I think that they are taking a triangle shape. Unless they can obviously take whatever form they want to. But I kind of think, like, obviously, not just me seeing the shit that I've seen, but even in this image right here, right? It looks like it's almost like a little triangle. It's like the shape of like because what I seen was like kind of like a Dorito. It wasn't like this. It had more lights, but it just looks, it could either be that or it could just be orbs flying in a formation, right? So it could be 3 UFOs or 3, unidentified objects flying in kind of like how birds fly, like a sequence kind of thing. I don't know. That's pretty interesting shit though. I mean, what does this tell us? That they weren't alone on the moon? What did they see on the moon? Did the astronauts see that and not pay attention? Were they moving? We can't verify shit like that, but this kind of gives us the basis of, what they see. Excuse me. I skipped through the other images because they were the same little dots and stuff, but this is pretty interesting, right? So I've seen this online, and there's another image I'm probably going to go over before this video ends because it's going to be like 30 minutes. That is pretty interesting also. So this is depicting, what is the description of this? Still from a video featuring an 8-pointed area of contrast captured via infrared sensor. So there's another picture, and I'm gonna show you in a second, it looks like almost like a starfish. And this is so interesting to me. Like, this is really interesting to me. But this unidentified object almost looks like a star. Like, that's what they're saying. It's like, it looks like a star. And even in this picture, I can't zoom in exactly, but it's like a star. So it's like a plus shape with, other lines coming out the sides of it. And I don't understand it. I don't get it. I can't explain it. That's not something I can rant about because I really can't explain that. I mean, if that just kind of spins everything on its head. Could it be something flying away? Could it be something flying towards you at, hyper speeds? Or what would even make that shape? Is that a solid shape? Is that like a, is that just like a different kind of, I don't know. Weird shit. I didn't want to dig through all the files to kind of try and find it, but this is a little bit of a better picture of what we were seeing earlier when I was talking about the star thing. This is it. I can't explain it. I don't know what to tell you guys. I mean, you guys could talk about it in the comments. I've never seen something like that being depicted as, like a spaceship or UFO. A fucking UFO. It just looks so weird. Like even this little outline here just looks strange, bro. Like what could that be? That is some weird shit right there, bro. I've never seen them look like this. Usually we get the normal shit, you know, this kind of stuff that looks like this, but wow, crazy shit. I'm trying to find this one picture that kind of depicts it in a better light. So I couldn't find the picture that I'm looking for. If I find it, I'll probably upload it at some other time. But it's like the star thing, but it's like a mock-up. It's like colored and it's like brown and it's a little bit more specific on what they kind of seen. But obviously it's not an actual photo, but it's freaking nuts. Now this before we end the video, this is kind of what this is kind of like what I see. This is a little bit of what and I think it might have been what I've seen. And it's interesting because like the way that we seen UFOs, they could even be triangles, they could be saucers, they could be stars. I'm just now hearing about that. They could be like star shapes, which is actually really fascinating. And then we had that first photo where it was like uneven or whatever. Now the question is, are these different? If they obviously speaking. Are these like different models of UFOs? We have to assume they have different models of UFOs, and not every single extraterrestrial is driving the same exact UFO or, you know, piloting the same exact ship. These are all different UFOs that we're seeing, different models, and they have different features and they do different things. But yeah, this is kind of like something like what I seen. I'm gonna be honest. It was like I would be dumb to say that's not it. I would be dumb to say that's not it. And I'm not. Bro, I'm not somebody to bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I play video games. I watch anime. I don't spend all my time looking into shit like this, but I seen some shit. I definitely seen some shit. And it looked like this. It looked like freaking this, bro. But yeah, I mean, you guys tell me in the comments, right? What do you think? What do you think is happening? You know, obviously, this conversation could go on forever. And that's why I love conspiracy theories. It just adds spice of life. You know, it adds interest and it adds education and research. You know, let's figure some shit out. Let me hear about things. But what do you guys think, right? Do you think, you know, my theory on them driving different models of ships is true and all of these sightings are real? And is this unsealing of the UFOs and the UAFs? What exactly does that say? Like, what do you think they're trying to say? What do you think they're like? What now? You know, what's the next and what's now? Like, it's just so many questions. I can't explain it. I don't know what the plan is. I don't know what this means. It's funny that this is one of my first YouTube videos is around fucking UFOs. So I probably already look crazy, but I promise I play video games. I watch anime. I'm gonna drop some video game playthroughs and stuff. I know Subnautica 2 just came out, so I want to play that just so you guys can watch. But I want to do shit like this also. You know, I want to feel free to do whatever I want to do with my content. So if it's weird shit like this, or even just I'm into horror shit and all that kind of stuff, and you know, secret, whatever you want to call the shit. I'm into all that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? I am a personality. You know, I have a fucking personality. I talk to normal people about this shit, and they look at me like I'm fucking nuts, bro. But yeah, my name's Woos. Thank you for tuning in. Drop a comment, drop a like. Please debate about it, or give me some ideas in the comments. Like, what do you make of all this shit? What do you think, bro? Like, I can't even put it into words. I can't process it because it's just like weird shit, bro. It's just fucking weird shit. Or even if you ever seen a UFO, let me fucking know, bro. But thank you for tuning in. If you want to see more of this, I will dig even deep. I will dig balls deep if y'all want to see more of this. So just like let me know. I'll drop a 30-minute video and we could get into this shit for real. We could all learn some things together. But this was just like a basis of like, you know, the first couple images and then looking at it from a surface level. But yeah, thank you for tuning in. Love you guys all. And see you in my next vid.